Welcome students. So in today's class we shall be starting from the ketone body formation known as ketogenesis and metabolism of those ketone bodies formed. So now first of all let us know what are these ketone bodies. The compounds namely acetone, acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrate. So I am writing here the compounds such as acetone, acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrate are known as ketone bodies. So now let us first draw the structure of these so you can be familiar with how these ketone bodies are occurring in chemistry. So this is the structure for acetone, a very simpler form of ketones. Then comes the acetoacetate. This is the structure for acetoacetate, and last is the beta hydroxybutyrate. Now this is the structure for beta hydroxybutyrate. So you can clearly see how these ketone bodies are having their own structures. So only the first two, that are acetone and acetoacetate, are considered to be the true ketones, while beta hydroxybutyrate is not considered to be a true ketone because it does not possess a C double bond O group. This ketone group is not, instead of ketone group a hydroxy group is present over here. So these ketone bodies are water soluble and are energy yielding molecules. These are water soluble and energy yielding molecules. Acetone, however, is an exception since it cannot be metabolized. So this is an exception because this cannot be further metabolized. So now we shall be learning what is ketogenesis first of all. What is ketogenesis? The synthesis of ketone bodies in liver is known as ketone body formation or ketogenesis. So this is synthesis of ketone bodies in liver. The enzymes for ketone body synthesis are located in the mitochondrial matrix. So all the enzymes that are related to the ketogenesis are located in mitochondrial matrix, inside the mitochondria. Acetyl coenzyme formed by the oxidation of fatty acid, pyruvate or some amino acids is the precursor for ketone body formation. So we shall be starting with the two molecules of acetyl coenzyme. Now let us see how this reaction proceeds. Now first of all draw two molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. Or we can simply write it like this. This is first molecule of acetyl coenzyme A and this is the second molecule of acetyl coenzyme A. So now they both will be joining together to form an acetoacetyl coenzyme A in presence of enzyme beta ketothiolase. So the name of enzyme is beta ketothiolase, or you can simply write thiolase also. plus removal of one coenzyme ASH. Now the structure thus formed is acetoacetyl coenzyme. Now here is an attachment of the two acetyl coenzyme. I shall be drawing them with different colors so you can easily understand how this attachment occurs. So you can easily see how this is forming the acetoacetyl coenzyme A. So this is acetoacetyl coenzyme A, and these were the two molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. So don't confuse students. So the next reaction is in the presence of HMG coenzyme A synthase, and this leads to formation of beta hydroxy metamethyl gluteryl coenzyme A. So this is a large molecule, and this occurs also in presence of one acetyl coenzyme A molecule. So first of all, remember the name of the enzymes, that is HMG CoA synthase. This reaction occurs in addition of one coenzyme ASH, acetyl coenzyme A, the addition of acetyl coenzyme A So this is one acetyl coenzyme A being added, and just see the changes in the structure. Now this is the structure of HMG CoA, also known as beta hydroxy. Now students, just carefully look at its name, beta hydroxy beta methyl gluteryl coenzyme A, also known as HMG CoA in its short form. So the next reaction is in presence of enzyme HMG CoA lyase. This is the cleavage of HMG CoA to produce acetoacetate and acetyl coenzyme A. Now the next reaction occurs in presence of enzyme HMG CoA lyase. And this is accompanied by removal of one acetyl coenzyme A molecule. And it's leaving behind acetoacetate. So basically the cleavage is occurring from this position. The cleavage will be occurring from this position, and one acetyl coenzyme A will be removed out, and this is the acetoacetate molecule. Acetoacetate. Now acetoacetate can further be reduced by dehydrogenase enzyme to beta hydroxybutyrate, or it can undergo spontaneous decarboxylation to form acetone. So it undergoes two processes. The first one is that is spontaneous decarboxylation. And this leads to formation of acetone molecule plus removal of one carbon dioxide fragment. So the product being formed is acetone. You can simply see the cleavage will be from this carbon fragment. And the next one is in presence of dehydrogenase enzyme, it is reduced to form beta hydroxybutyrate. So the name of enzyme is beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase. Beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase. This is the name of enzyme, and it occurs in presence of one NAD molecule to form one NADH. So the product being formed is beta hydroxybutyrate. So this is acetone and this is beta hydroxybutyrate. So students, this was regarding the ketogenesis, the ketone body formation. It starts with two molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. In presence of thiolase enzyme, they together form acetoacetyl coenzyme A, then HMgCoA, then acetoacetate, and ultimately it either forms acetone or beta hydroxybutyrate. So during this, one NADH molecule is also produced in the formation of beta hydroxybutyrate. So next is the utilization of these ketone bodies to form acetyl coenzyme A, or we can simply say the metabolism of ketone bodies. So the next section is regarding the metabolism of ketone bodies. How these are metabolized. So we shall be starting from beta hydroxybutyrate. This is the structure for beta hydroxybutyrate. Now in presence of enzyme beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase, beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase it leads to production of one NADH molecule students, I mistakenly had formed here an NADH, but it was the utilization of one NADH molecule. So kindly correct this. I apologize for my mistake. It's actually the utilization of one NADH molecule. But in formation of acetoacetate from metabolism of beta hydroxybutyrate, it leads to generation of one NADH molecule. So the product being formed is acetoacetate. It's just a reversible reaction. So this is acetoacetate molecule. Now this acetoacetate molecule, in presence of enzyme thiophorase, and in presence of succinyl coenzyme A that comes from the TCA cycle, this is succinyl coenzyme A. It is converted into succinate, but it helps to donate one coenzyme A SH molecule. So it will be forming succinate molecule, and it will be donating one acetyl coenzyme A. Oh, sorry, it will be donating one coenzyme A molecule here into the acetoacetate. Just see here, this is coming from here, and this is the structure for acetoacetyl coenzyme A. Now, in presence of thiolase enzyme, this acetoacetyl coenzyme A is further metabolized to form two molecules of acetoacetyl coenzyme A. This is also accompanied by addition of one coenzyme A SH, and this leads to formation of this leads to formation of acetyl coenzyme A, two molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. So students, this is regarding the metabolism of ketone bodies to acetyl coenzyme A molecules. So now let us see the summary of these ketone bodies. So you will be familiar how these ketone body formation and metabolism of ketone bodies is carried out inside a human body. So we shall be doing it in three parts, that is in liver, blood and extrahepatic tissues, mainly muscles. So now let us divide this portion into three parts: liver, then blood, and then extrahepatic tissues. So what happens in the liver? So basically the fatty acids from the blood that are present in the blood are transferred into the liver, and these fatty acids in the liver are converted into acetyl coenzyme A, also from glycolysis and from the amino acids also. So there is an accumulation of acetyl coenzyme A inside the liver. This acetyl coenzyme A is either subjected to TCA cycle, and that leads to formation of carbon dioxide, or this is subjected to ketone body formation. Ketone bodies. So this is the fate of fatty acids inside the liver. Let us draw the structure for liver. So this is happening inside the liver. Whereas inside the blood, these ketone bodies are transferred from liver into the blood. Now from the blood, these are either transferred into the kidneys, you may simply draw, or you may simply write the name of the kidneys if you are not able to draw the structure. It's just a representation. Now from the kidneys, these are excreted out through the urine. Excess of the ketone bodies are excreted in urine. Or these ketone bodies are subjected into the lungs. These are transferred into lungs. From where these are exhaled out through the respiration process. So these are exhaled out through lungs. So this is the removal of acetone bodies, or we can say the ketone bodies from the body. The acetone is basically exhaled out. Or these ketone bodies are subjected to extrahepatic tissues. Now what are these extrahepatic tissues? For example, we can say the muscles. The muscles of the body. These are the extrahepatic tissues. So these are the muscles, and these are acting as a site for transfer of ketone bodies. The ketone bodies are transferred into this, and inside the muscles, the ketone bodies are converted into acetyl coenzyme A, which is subjected to TCA cycle and helps in the energy production. So this acetyl coenzyme A is also subjected from the fatty acids that are present in the blood, and these are also transferred into the muscles, the fatty acids. These are all directly converted into acetyl coenzyme A, and also this is coming from the amino acid end and also from the glycolysis, from the glucose directly. So this is the fate of ketone body synthesis and its utilization and excretion. So you can easily see this is the summary of ketone body synthesis. How the ketone body generation or the utilization of ketone body occurs. So students, this is also related to a topic of starvation. What is starvation? Starvation is accompanied by increased degradation of fatty acids. It is accompanied by increased degradation of fatty acids. This occurs due to prolonged stoppage of diet. So this is occurring for formation of energy molecules. This causes an overproduction of acetyl coenzyme A and cannot be fully handled by the citric acid cycle. So it is leading to the overproduction of ketone bodies, and ultimately it leads to a condition known as ketonuria, that is excretion of ketone bodies in the urine. So students, I hope now the ketone body formation is clear to you. It's basically just the cohesion of two acetyl coenzyme A molecules to form ketone bodies that are acetone, acetoacetate and beta hydroxy butyrate, and then its metabolism to generate one NADH molecule. And so this is the summary. So you must be familiar how these are occurring. So I hope students now the ketogenesis and its metabolism is clear to you.